Charles Leon is a successful designer, public speaker and sketcher from East Sheen who spent lockdown sketching and getting better in touch with his local area. His sketches of buildings from around East Sheen and Barnes have proved popular amongst the local community after he posted them on social media at Nextdoor.
Started out that I wanted to just draw all the churches in the area because there's a lot of them, a lot more than I thought, and then it sort of moved into cemeteries, and then it moved into local buildings and local shops. And I have to say now it sort of depends on where I can sit and have a coffee and sketch as well, but which I really enjoy. But I've always sketched, always drawn all my life. Sketching, I think, if done correctly, can be hugely beneficial for mental health. Mostly because you focus on one thing at one time. It's similar to, as I mentioned, I also used to climb mountains, and that's focusing on one thing at one time, at one moment. There's nothing else that matters. But I think sketching can be incredibly meditative. It can be very therapeutic. You can actually sort of completely lose yourself for half an hour or whatever it is in what you're looking at, because I think the moment of looking is something that we don't do very well. We look but we don't really see. So to focus on one thing for one moment is, I think, very, very important and very, very good for mental health. In terms of a favourite sketch, I think some of the bridges in and around the area, particularly the railway bridges, which are just sort of fabulous pieces of architecture and industrial design, and I love the sort of the weight and the structure. I think a lot of people, speaking specifically about sketching, I think a lot of people believe that they can't do it, and the truth is anyone can do it. It's a skill, it's not a talent. It really is just a skill that you learn and you have to practice, like anything. If you want to be a better weightlifter, you have to lift weights. You can't do it by thinking about it, or whatever it is that you want to do. I think you have to sort of practice, you have to work at it. And it's not really work, to be honest. I mean, it is pleasurable. But I do think anyone can do it. I do think it's a very therapeutic, fun way to sort of pass time, if you like. And I think it sort of reaps its own reward, is that you do get satisfaction when you see progress, when you look at something you've done a year ago and then you compare it to something that you're doing now. It's really nice to see where you're going with that, and then to go a little bit beyond even that. So I think it's a fun thing to do. I think it's an important thing to do. And I think people need to get over the fact that they don't think they're creative when actually they bloody well are.